Hey beautiful soul, why is it that you feel triggered and what to do about it? I'm Jessica, trauma coach in childhood, relationship and emotional abuse. So there are two parts to this video blog. The first thing is why is it that you get triggered? And the second thing is what to do about it. And triggers, let's talk triggers. You know, every experience, relationship, person that comes into our life, whether you see it negative or positive, they came into your life for a very good reason. And they are here to show you your own mirror, right? So every negative thing that you say to yourself, you are going to attract a person that is going to reflect that mirror right back at you, right? So it's amplified even more because you have an outsider intruding your boundaries, your space, and that triggers you because you don't feel safe. These triggers come from the wounded inner child where he or she doesn't feel safe because they've experienced this in their family dynamic in the first 8 years of life. And so you might find a certain person, a certain teacher, a certain friend, a certain lover that triggers you on specific things, right? And the reason why this happens is because there is something in it for you, right? There is a game, right? It's not just all negative and I'm feeling reactive right now. No, it's because you need to change the program. So they're gonna keep showing up until you are able to change the program. What I mean by this is that, you know, whenever you attract someone who criticizes you, so I'm going to give you a personal example. I constantly attract men who criticize my body. And the reason why this happens is because I don't love and respect my own body. And I let them dispose my body, right? Because I don't have healthy boundaries around my body in the way I eat, in my relationships with men, and so forth, right? Because I trash it. And so the universe will present me men, toxic men, who would start criticizing my body, saying things like, oh, you look more beautiful if you lost weight. Have you thought about exercising? You know, all these things. Oh, look at this chick, she's hot, right? And, you know, of course, that was painful for me to hear that, of course. And that would be a normal reaction for anyone, right? However, it's because I wasn't able to heal my own triggers. And so when I started to cut myself off from these toxic men, these relationships, I started to do more of the inner work within myself. And that is holding my own sobriety and celibacy by not engaging with men until I healed myself from the inside out. And what I mean by this is that I was able to heal and manage my childhood traumas, to be accountable of my own negative thoughts. So I know what I'm projecting out there to men, to relationships. And so I've worked for 3 months in reprogramming and rewiring myself to truly love myself, to appreciate and respect my temple, to feed myself with the most high quality nourishing foods and water, to see myself with absolute love, to see myself as this goddess. And guess what? What happens is that people, strangers, my mum even, started to show up, and my girlfriends as well, and all these people started to show up and start telling me, I love your outfit, I love your tan, you look amazing, you're such a beautiful person, I love your sunnies, whatever it is. Like, I get compliments from strangers, from my girlfriends, from my mom, and all sorts of people that walked into my life. And I realized that because I was able to change the program, that I become less triggered. And why is it because I become less triggered? It's not because of the other person, it's actually because of me. I was healing me. So when we hold on to the pains of your wounded inner child, that's when you become triggered. So the more you heal and work on yourself, the more you become less triggered and less reactive to external forces. So what to do with triggers? Well, it's all about how can you see that person as your mirror of yourself. What you see in that person, if you see arrogance and that triggers you, how are you showing up as an arrogant being in other relationships or in other aspects of your life that you're not aware of? That's something that I always ask myself when I feel triggered about a certain person. Why is it that this certain person is triggering me? Well, what I don't like about them is that they're coming across as a victim. Okay, so why does that bother you? Well, it bothers me because she has done this amount of years of self-development and therapy and she's still in that place. Okay, so how do I see that in myself? Well, I see that in myself, actually I have done many years in self-development. And yes, there are times where I do play victim. Yes, there are times where I do blame people for my pain. I get it. This is my own pain. Can you see how I was able to take my power back by taking accountability that my triggers is actually my triggers and it's not about her? It was never about her. It was about me. So this is what you need to start expanding your awareness on. It's not about that person. It's never about that person, right? You're projecting your triggers onto that person, and that person just happens to act out a certain way or say things a certain way or behave a certain way that reminds you of your mum or dad. I really hope this makes sense. So this is how you can take your power back when it comes to triggers. See that person as a spitting image as you. That person is your mirror, the good and the bad. Because what you see in them is what you could see in you. This is how you can claim your sovereignty back. This is how you can take accountability of your pain rather than outsourcing your pain to someone else by blaming them and judging them. And the second thing is to be aware these triggers are coming from a wounded place. This is not coming from your higher self. This is not coming from the empowered adult person that you are. So the second thing is, okay, where is this coming from? It's coming from my inner child that feels wounded right now, that doesn't feel safe right now, right? So she has a need to control, she has the need to criticize, she has the need to judge others, she has the need to push others away because she doesn't feel safe, yeah? And then the third thing is, what is it that you can love about yourself right now? So if, let's say you're jealous of someone and that triggers you, the jealousy triggers you, or you compare yourself to others and that triggers you, instead of seeing the other person as this, whoa, successful person, they have it all, right? No one has it all, by the way. No matter how successful they are in life, there's always something that they're working on, myself included, okay, guys? And, just see this as an opportunity how you can freaking love yourself even more. So let's say if I was jealous of someone who has incredible wealth and abundance in their life coaching business. I'm just gonna put an example, whatever it is, right? I'm just giving you an example. And I envy them because of their success. And I envy their success because I'm not at that level of success yet. And it makes me downfunded how fast they were able to get results like that. And when we start externalizing things like that, we give our sovereignty away. And so what I do is I bring it back to me. What are my own key strengths? What are the gifts that I do offer? What is it about me that makes me so special? And this is my competitive edge right there. that I'm the competition, not my competitors. And I say this for you too. If you're jealous of someone because they're in a relationship, how can you love yourself even more? How can you have a loving relationship with yourself to the point where you're not even jealous of that person who has a relationship, right? That's it. So how can you love yourself even more? Start saying, I am unconditional love. I am worthy of love. I am thriving on success. I am compassionate and magnetic. I am a divine and sovereign being. I am open and receptive. I am such an incredible human being. I am so generous. I am loving and nurturing and compassionate. You start saying I am affirmation statements to yourself to really cement in your gifts, your strengths that no one else has, right? And so, someone out there who has a life coaching business and is super successful, it doesn't mean that they can deliver the same result that I can. It doesn't mean that they're happy on the inside, right? It doesn't mean that they're living the most abundant lifestyle. And, this is a trap that we can get caught up in. Just because this person is successful or just because this person is in a relationship doesn't mean that they're happy from the inside out, right? So just be aware of this. There is more that meets the eye. So don't get caught up into the trap of illusion, right? Triggers, that's an illusion. Jealousy, that's an illusion. Scarcity, poverty, that's an illusion. Being fearful and controlling, that's an illusion, right? Because we're looking through the lens of the wounded inner child, and we're not seeing it from an expansive place of your true self, your sovereignty and divinity. I really hope this serves you, and if you feel that you got a lot out of this video blog, I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, and just share with me what's the one biggest takeaway that you got out of this video blog. Sending you with all of my love.